Hello, this is Gary the Coconut bringing you another episode of Bestofbronze. This is a game between Lolkth and Deezer. Lolkth being our blue Terran player here at the bottom on Cloud Kingdom, I believe. And this is another game by Deezer. I've casted him before. I talked about his name, meaning that he named himself after an annoying Grandmaster player. This is a Platinum game. He is a Platinum player who plays on random, so it's a lot higher level of casting than I normally cast on this channel. Now, there is a lot of fun things going on today because even though this is a ladder game, it's kind of like a mono battle, if you know what that is. Let's get that production tab up. So he is scouting, so I think there's a lot to learn from this game, whether you are Terran or Zerg. And I will tell you why, but we're going to speed up through the first 5 minutes here on ×2. So our Terran player is doing the standard wall off, nothing unusual going on here. Our Zerg player, let's figure out what strategy he's going to be going. Let's see. He does have an Overlord here watching for a bunker rush, probably. And the strategy that he is going to go, I have tried myself, but I've lost every time I've done it. So let's see if he is going to lose as well, or if he's better than me. Oh, did you see that? He snagged that SCV. Ouch. Oh, and he's even thrown down a little BM. He thinks he's already won. Very confident in his abilities. And let's see, throwing down that orbital. Good. So if he is throwing down an orbital, we would hope to be seeing a queen being made at this base, because a queen is Blizzard's equivalent, there it is, to an orbital. So, ouch, he has that way before. So he did lose a little bit of time training that queen. You saw when I clicked over here the spawning pool was already finished. So I would say, and getting an expo. Let's see which one is farther ahead. Oh, much farther ahead in the expo. That's why he was late on that queen. So, apples to apples, bananas to oranges, whatever. And that's a colloquialism that I don't know what the meaning of it is. Alright, now he's throwing down a bunker. Even though there's been no threat of attack, let's look at his vision. See, he hasn't scouted anything and he's throwing down a bunker, so that is a waste of minerals. He should throw down a bunker if he is expecting something, that he's going to need it. But if he's not, then let's get everyone's vision back up. So it's kind of a waste of money. Now, I do like his symbol. He plays a lot of games. Because I don't know how many games you have to play to get that symbol, but it's pretty cool. Let's see about our Zerg player. The Zerg player symbols are right here. He doesn't have any symbols. So, now he's scouting. He should have done that before he threw down a bunker. Because right now, nothing is going on. And now his Marines are less mobile. If he needs them, he's going to have to click unload, and it's just extra work. No bueno. I don't know how to speak French either. And he is scouting with this Overlord. Let's see where it's going to be ending up. Right here. I think there's a lot of better Overlord placements. You could put it right here. And possibly on this. I don't know. I'll have to check. I don't think that counts as high ground. But right here or right here. Much better scouting. Now look at this. I think you can tell where this is going. We have a 3 hatches here, and normally I would say that is a bad thing. You should put your 3rd hatch at a mineral location, but I'm not going to complain about it this time because I like what he's going to do with it. Let's try to figure out what our Terran player's strategy is. He's getting 1 reactor, 2 reactor, 3 or not reactor, gosh, I mean factory. There's the reactor. So, and even switching out for another reactor, we're getting blue flame. I think we can tell what strategy our Terran player is going. He has stopped production on the Marines. That is a big no-no. Because as a Terran, good grief, why the heck would you not build Marines? Both players supply blocked. Egads. Let's see. Oh, some overlords being built. Now look at what's happening. We're at the 9-minute mark. I would say that he should be about ready to get his third base. But our Zerg player is double expoing. Very bold. How has he been able to do that? He's only units that he's building are queens. So he has all this larva. No larvae are being used for his army. So he's able to use all that larva to build drones. So if you look at the unit count, he has 45 drones to the, the SCV count over here. And he's even getting a few spines. Now as these Hellions, Blue Flames come in, normally a very devastating situation. He needs to have spines at other bases as well, not because those queens are slow. So if he's thinking about this, he needed to wall off the ramps with those queens. They're huge. It only takes a few of them to wall off a ramp, but he just is not good at that. So normally this would have been a devastating attack, held off very easily. Let's look at the lost. Units lost 16. I'm going to go ahead and say all of those were drones. So ouch, but pretty even in the unit tab because Hellions are more expensive than drones. And he still has so many hatches and larvae left over to re-drone up. So this isn't going to actually hurt him too bad. So, and he still has a few queens back here to defend, getting that spine a little too late. I'd say that he needs another queen up here. See, this is what I don't like. He's bringing all of his queens around when what he should be doing is, as he's bringing his queens, go ahead and leave 2 at the ramp to block it off and just throw them in the hold position. If you have the APM to do that, that's what you got to do. And because he has plenty, you only need like a few to deal with all those Hellions, because Hellions do absolutely terrible damage to queens. But now as we look at the units lost tab, it is now in the favor. And if we look at the units tab, he droned right back up quickly. Now even though, and he has another batch of Hellions on the way, and he's able to do that because he has those reactors. So to a normal Zerg player, this would be very devastating if he went Zerglings, but because he just wanted to try out queens, I don't think it was scouted. I think he just said, I just want to build a heck of a lot of queens today, and it worked. So now let's look at, gosh, what do you do from this situation? On this map, you can't really wall off pathing because there's multiple ramps through all these locations, so that's where it's nice to be on creep. And the problem that this Terran player is doing is that he is engaging on creep. So a better thing to do, shoot, it wouldn't even work, but you want to throw down a scan or bring a Raven with you, and you got to kill off those troop tumors. It is an absolute must, because these queens are a whole lot slower. You get a lot more done without all those creep tumors. But with so many queens, shoot, you just rebuild the creep tumors or throw down some overlords and spread creep that way. What do you do in this situation if you're Terran? Our Terran player did secure his expo, and this is where it's going to get interesting. The rest of the game hasn't been interesting yet. All I see is a bunch of queens. How many do we have here? Let's see, 8, 16, 18, or 21. We have 21 queens. And he's even upgrading them. Have we upgraded our Hellions? No. Now this is what I'm excited about. When I was watching this replay, I'm like, I wonder how this will go. We have a planetary versus queens. And mules. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a good way to waste all your mules. So those queens take so long to get there, and it's constantly being repaired. He has so many minerals. Not a problem to deal with. But watch this. Let's get how many queens we have up. Pay attention, there's 5. I don't care. I'll throw up the unit tab so we can see how many. 22. Alright. Now look at this. The planetary. Normally a Zerg's terrible thing, but he is so good at those transfuse. He didn't even lose a single one. All of them are still in the green even. Holy cow. And our Lolkth is very confused how to deal with this. And he doesn't even know how to deal with this. Siege tanks, blue flames, what is this going to do to it? And Cat's Deezer is saying to go Marauders. I don't know, I've never tried it. We'd have to, we'll have to see another replay, maybe with more queens and against Marauders, see how that goes. But this siege tank is blasting in here, all that splash damage. I'll tell you what I think would be good. We have a starport over here with some ravens. If they had seeker missiles, those queens can definitely not outrun seeker missiles. Or maybe a nuke. They could probably outrun a nuke, but definitely not seeker missiles. That would do a lot of damage. But here we go again. We have 30 queens now. We did lose one. Out of all this, we lost one queen. Siege tank's just blasting away. He is so good at those transfuse. That micro is amazing. Let's look at this APM. Pretty high. 60 to 69. That is very high compared to what I normally cast. And that siege tank does need to be in siege mode, but he gets out of there. Now he's doing this. And, whew, these ravens could throw down missile turrets, but Lolk has given up, thrown in the towel, even though he has a cool emblem. So thank you to Cats Deezer for sending me this replay. I thought it was interesting. I now know that queens are awesome. I am going to try this strategy now. It's inspired me, and I want to see if I can make it work. I've tried it before. I've watched Spinny Shoe games. Anyway, enough of me babbling. I hope you like this game. If you want to send me a replay, send it to bestofbronze@gmail.com. And you must include which league you are in and which player you are. And if I like it, I will cast it. So, until next time...